In this podcast episode, social psychologist Jonathan Haidt delves into the pressing issues facing modern society, particularly focusing on the impact of technology on youth and the potential for civilizational collapse. Haidt, known for his insightful analyses of social dynamics and human behavior, emphasizes the profound changes that have occurred since the advent of smartphones and social media, particularly for Generation Z. Haidt's latest book, The Anxious Generation, serves as a follow-up to his earlier work, The Coddling of the American Mind, co-authored with Greg Lukianoff. In this new book, he explores the significant shift in the mental health of young people, particularly those born after 1996. He identifies a glitch in the matrix around 2014 when a noticeable change in behavior and mental health began to manifest among college students and subsequently across all age groups in the developed world. This shift coincided with the rise of smartphones and social media, which Haidt argues have fundamentally altered childhood experiences. Haidt points out that prior to 2010, most children used flip phones or basic mobile devices, which limited their screen time and exposure to social media. However, by 2015, smartphones became ubiquitous, leading to a dramatic increase in screen time and a corresponding decline in mental health. He argues that this technological shift has deprived children of essential developmental experiences, such as unsupervised play and social interactions, which are crucial for building executive function and resilience. Haidt expresses deep concern about the long-term effects of technology on children, particularly regarding their ability to develop social skills and emotional resilience. He argues that the current generation of children is being raised in an environment that is not conducive to healthy development. The constant presence of smartphones and social media has created a culture of anxiety, where children are bombarded with information and social comparisons that can lead to feelings of inadequacy and depression. He highlights the importance of free play and unsupervised interactions among children, which allow them to learn how to navigate social dynamics, resolve conflicts, and develop a sense of autonomy. Haidt believes that the introduction of smartphones and social media at such a critical developmental stage has disrupted this natural process, leading to a generation that struggles with attention, creativity, and interpersonal skills. Haidt discusses the role of social media in exacerbating mental health issues among young people, particularly girls. He notes that platforms like Instagram have created an environment where appearance and social validation are paramount, leading to increased pressure on girls to conform to unrealistic beauty standards. This hypersexualization, combined with the constant comparison to curated online personas, has contributed to a rise in anxiety and depression among adolescent girls. He contrasts this with the experiences of boys who, while also affected by technology, tend to withdraw into virtual worlds, often neglecting real-world interactions and responsibilities. Haidt argues that this withdrawal can lead to a lack of initiative and a failure to develop the skills necessary for adulthood, further compounding the challenges faced by this generation. As Haidt reflects on the implications of these trends, he expresses concern about the future of society as Generation Z enters the workforce and begins to take on leadership roles. He notes that many young people are struggling with anxiety and a lack of resilience, which could hinder their ability to navigate the complexities of adult life. This fragility, he argues, poses a significant risk to the social fabric and functioning of democratic institutions. Haidt warns that the current trajectory could lead to a civilizational collapse if not addressed. He emphasizes the need for collective action to mitigate the negative effects of technology on youth, advocating for a return to more traditional forms of childhood that prioritize real-world experiences and social interactions. In light of these challenges, Haidt proposes several solutions aimed at restoring a healthier developmental environment for children. He advocates for policies that limit smartphone access for young people, suggesting that no child should have a smartphone before high school. He also calls for phone-free schools, where students can focus on learning without the distractions of technology. Haidt acknowledges that while these changes may seem daunting, they are essential for fostering a generation that is capable of thriving in a complex and rapidly changing world. He believes that by working together as a society to implement these changes, we can create a more supportive environment for children and ultimately prevent the potential collapse of civilization. Haidt also highlights the importance of education in addressing these issues. He argues that educators must prioritize teaching students how to think critically and engage with diverse perspectives. This includes fostering an environment where students feel comfortable expressing their opinions and challenging prevailing narratives without fear of retribution. Moreover, he emphasizes the need for community support in raising children. Parents and educators must work together to create a culture that values real-world experiences and encourages children to engage with their peers in meaningful ways. By building strong communities that prioritize the well-being of children, society can help mitigate the negative effects of technology and promote healthier development. In conclusion, Jonathan Haidt's insights into the challenges facing Generation Z and the broader implications for society serve as a wake-up call. He urges individuals, families, educators, and policymakers to take action to address the issues stemming from technology and its impact on youth. By prioritizing real-world experiences, fostering critical thinking, and creating supportive communities, we can work towards a future that empowers the next generation to thrive rather than merely survive.